Police confirm a rescue of 20 medical and dental students without payment of ransom. Kogi APC SDP trade blame after violent attack at Supreme Court on Friday. Heavy downpour in Kano devastates metropolitan areas as public concerns grow. And on the international scene, Niger's capital, Niamey, cut off by flood water. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us, and now the details. The police high command has confirmed the release of 20 medical students who were abducted on their way to Benue State. It also said no dime was paid as ransom before the victims were rescued, contrary to the report that an amount of money was paid to the abductors. The spokesman of the Nigerian Police Force, ASP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, stated this while reacting to journalist inquiry on Saturday. Reacting to their release, Adejobi said they were rescued tactically and professionally and commended security agencies, locals, and the Office of the National Security Advisor for their commitment and resilience. The troops of the 6th Brigade and Sector 3 Operation Well Struck, in collaboration with other security agencies, have arrested multiple criminals and terrorists, including a thief militia kingpin, Mela Selim, believed to have masterminded the killing of a traditional ruler of Chanchagi and his son at Jenkindo village in Takum local government area of Taraba State. The acting assistant director, 6th Brigade Army Public Relations, Captain Olubodunde Oni, who disclosed this in a statement on Friday, said the operations carried out across various local government areas of the state. Oni said on August 18, 2024, troops acting on credible intelligence raided a criminal hideout in Takum local government area, leading to the arrest of a suspected kidnapper named David Musa. He notes that preliminary investigations reveal that Musa is associated with a notorious kingpin, Ephraim, also known as Skin the Body. The suspect, Oni notes, is currently undergoing further investigation to uncover more details about the criminal network. He added that in another operation on August 20, 2024, the troops arrested suspected gun runners James Nuhu and Lang Asabe Ango in Wukari local government area of Taraba State. During interrogation, the suspect confessed to participating in various criminal activities within Wukari and surrounding areas. The operations of the operatives of the Nasarawa State Police Command on Friday arrested one female, Hawasani, for concealing 124 rounds of anti-graft ammunition in a gallon of palm oil alongside a 2-year-old child in the state. The command's public relations officer, Ramhan Nantel, revealed this in a statement on X.com on Saturday. According to the statement, the state police operatives arrested the suspect with a cash sum of 78,500 naira and a mobile phone while trying to smuggle the ammunition to Katsina State, where the suspect is reportedly from. Nansel said the commissioner of the police, Shehu Nadada, has ordered the transfer of the suspect and exhibit to the Force Intelligence Department Force Headquarters in Abuja for further investigation. The Zone 5 headquarters of the Nigerian Police Force says its operatives have arrested 2 suspected gun runners in Edo State. This is contained in a statement by the Zonal Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Tijani Momo, in Abuja on Saturday. According to Momo, the arrest follows an order by the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of the Edo and Delta Zone, Arungwa Nwazwe, for the mop-up of illegal arms in his jurisdiction as the Edo gubernatorial election draws closer. The statement said the suspects were arrested at the Ile community in Epoma, Esan West local government area of the state. It added that the operatives also recovered 30 locally fabricated guns consisting of 23 single-barrel and 7 double-barrel guns, as well as 1 English-made double-barrel gun. Also recovered were 3 live cartridges, a giant toolbox, and a drill machine used for the fabrication of the illegal firearms. The statement said preliminary investigation into the case revealed that the suspects were in the business of selling and also renting out these firearms to kidnappers, armed robbers, and cultists, who then used these illegal weapons for their operations, which include terrorizing the people of Edo and its environs. Officials from the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, the NPF-NCCC, have apprehended Bristol Tamumbo Biefiri, also known as PDOM. Now, the arrest took place on August 5th, 2024 in his hotel room in Rivers State. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, said he was arrested on allegations of committing serious offenses that undermine the integrity of government operations. The statement added that there were several allegations leveled against the suspect, including unlawful possession, leakages of classified documents, cyber-related offenses, and others. The confirmation comes after investigative journalist David Hundeyin revealed that the anonymous whistleblower on X, identified as 99% oppressed and tweets as #PDOM Nigeria, is alive in police custody and will be arraigned in court next week. Recall that in an article titled SOS Alert, PDOM Nigeria is missing, Hundeyin had earlier announced his disappearance, alleging the involvement of Nigerian authorities. His post sparked concern among the Nigerian online community, prompting a trending campaign on X calling for the whereabouts and release of PDOM Nigeria using hashtags like #PDOM, #FreedomPDOM, and #WhereIsPDOM, among others. Moving on from security matters, the Kogi chapter of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, has claimed that its supporters were attacked and their vehicles damaged at the Supreme Court premises on Friday. The director of media and publicity for the Kogi APC Campaign Council, Kingsley Fanwo, made the allegation in a statement in Lokoja. He alleged that the attacks began when supporters of the Social Democratic Party, the SDP, started hurling stones, bottles, and plastic containers at APC supporters and leaders. He said this happened immediately after the Supreme Court delivered its judgment, affirming Usman Ododo as the duly elected governor of Kogi State. Fanwo claimed that the SDP candidate, Muritala Ajaka, ignored the court's advice to remain seated until all matters were fully addressed and left the courtroom with his supporters as soon as the judgment was pronounced against him. Responding to this allegation, the spokesperson for the Muri Sam Campaign Council of the SDP in Kogi, Isaiah Ijele, described the APC's claim as false and pretentious. Ijele said it was the SDP's governorship candidate, Ajaka, and his supporters who were attacked and not APC supporters while at the Supreme Court premises. Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa State has commenced payment of the new 70,000 naira minimum wage approved by the federal government, sparking widespread celebration among civil servants in the state. As promised, the governor initiated the payment of the new minimum wage for state workers starting August 2024, while local government workers will begin receiving the increased salary in September 2024. Multiple sources, including state workers who received their salaries with the new minimum wage, confirmed the development to Daily Trust. Observers say some sections of the state workers who received the payment expressed their appreciation for the governor's fulfillment of his promise, describing him as a man of his word. They commended Governor Fintiri for bringing joy to their families and pledged to continue supporting his administration to deliver more democratic dividends to the electorate. Now, youths in Nigeria have been advised to focus more on honing their entrepreneurship skills as a pathway for sustainable development. This was disclosed during the Adolescent and Young People Awareness Meeting as part of commemoration of 2024 International Youth Day in Bauchi. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports.
The National Bureau of Statistics reports that youths in Nigeria constitute about 70% of the country's population. Hence, the need to maintain constant awareness about the importance of local business as well as digital entrepreneurship skills that are youth-driven. Beyond the above, stakeholders say it is important for youth to know the danger for not embracing entrepreneurship as white-collar jobs decline with every passing day. We are appealing to our parents to support us in our quest to make ourselves relevant in terms of entrepreneurship, since it will help us become self-reliant. This is even more important for us with special needs, because it is better than going around begging for alms.
I want to tell them that they have to be patient for whatever they want to do in their life. They have to be patient, moving step by step in business. They have to wait and pray, and they have to work hard, learning from others.
See, there are so many online things you can do. You could be an online manager or Facebook manager. It could be any online page manager. It could fetch you a lot of money. So I want to encourage you to go into gaining a lot of online skills. That is what is the trend now.
You need to get a skill, because if you decide to wait for white-collar job, you won't get it on time. So it's better to engage in entrepreneurial skills. And what are these skills we have? You can be involved in making liquid soap. That you can also be involved in catering, digital marketing. There are a lot of things that you can do.
Stakeholders also maintain that enabling youth to develop themselves in digital skills will curtail some of the excesses among youths.
The youth are predominantly the population that we have in the country, and particularly in Bauchi State. So any sustainable effort should integrate the interests of the youth. And that's why we are focusing particular attention on the youth, to learn digital skills, to be able to get information using their handsets and the social media platforms, and also to learn some practical skills that will help them start up the journey of empowerment.
The United Nations Funds Population Agency urges investment in ventures that will help harness the potentials of youths for the socio-economic development of the country. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, PCN, has shut down over 400 illegal medicine shops in Cross River State. The council also apprehended 5 illegal medicine dealers as part of efforts to uphold the quality, safety, and effectiveness of medications within the healthcare system. This was revealed in a statement by the Director of Enforcement for Cross River State, pharmacist Stephen Esumobi, on Friday. According to him, the development comes on the heels of a thorough inspection of drug dealers' operations across the state. He highlighted the necessity of regulatory compliance to safeguard public health and the importance of these enforcement actions in upholding the integrity of the healthcare system. He emphasized that the PCN's enforcement efforts are crucial in identifying unregistered establishments that distribute medications without proper oversight. Now moving on to more stories. Travelers from Jalingo to Wukari in Taraba State, as well as those heading to southern states in Nigeria, are now being compelled to seek alternative routes due to the collapse of a key bridge in the state. The bridge, which connects Jalingo, the state capital, to Wukari and nearby Benue State, was severely damaged following heavy rainfall which occurred on Thursday night. The rain, which began around 11 p.m. and lasted until 5 a.m. Friday, caused significant flooding. The damaged bridge, as of the time of filing this report, has left the road impassable, causing major disruptions for travelers. An eyewitness said travelers were now forced to take a much longer route through Garbachede in Bali Local Government Council before accessing Jalingo, the administrative headquarters of the state. Meanwhile, communities around Shua, a town in Madagali local government area of Adamawa State, have been hit by torrential rainfall, which led to a flood that has claimed about 6 lives. The flood displaced 10,264 people who are now registered as refugees in several camps on safer grounds around the areas. Witnesses said the disaster, described as unprecedented in the area, caused particular devastation on communities that included Kirikinga, the hometown of Governor Amadou Fintiri, as well as Mildu, Duhu, Maiwandu, Maradi, Mayo Wandu, Shuare, Pambala, Tu, and Palam. The heaviest rain said to have occurred in the nearby Madara mountain and was accompanied by more rains in other communities down the mountain, caused the flood that destroyed houses, foodstuff, and other domestic valuables, while also washing off farmlands. The Shua main bridge, along which commuters pass to neighboring Borno State, was also destroyed. A source put the number of partially destroyed houses at 184, with 251 others totally destroyed. The chairman of Madagali local government area, Simon Musa, who said the affected communities had never had it so bad, affirmed that thousands of individuals displaced were now seeking refuge at 8 temporary camps located mostly in the premises of schools.
Wannan wajen ba wani ne. Kai can wajen ya rushe ba.
In the same vein, residents of Ofarmata in Kano metropolis are living in fear after heavy rain wreaked havoc in the neighborhood. In the aftermath of the rains, 13 houses collapsed, claiming 1 life and leaving several others injured. Abba Adamu, who visited the area and filed in this report, as presented from our studio.
Residents of Ofarmata have been plunged into mourning after heavy rains caused significant damage, resulting in the collapse of 13 mold-built houses. The tragic incident led to the death of a woman known locally as Maman Abba. According to local accounts, the tragedy occurred on Saturday when one of the collapsed buildings fell on the woman and her child while they were asleep. Hajia Baba Larry, the sister of the deceased, recounted the heartbreaking incident, highlighting the devastation caused by the heavy rains. On Friday, it rained heavily, and there was a loud thunderstorm. Since then, I could not sleep. I got up and was praying in the name of Allah. After the thunderstorm, not up to 15 minutes later, the room collapsed on her and her child while they were sleeping. Aisha Yahya Gidan Shayi, who narrowly escaped with her children from one disaster, faced another tragic event when the building they were in collapsed on them. We were fast asleep after dawn when suddenly we heard a loud crash. I woke up to find myself trapped under the rubble. I saw some children wailing and told them to stop crying and recite the Islamic phrase Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun, because I thought it was the end of us. One of my daughter managed to get up and run away. A total of 13 houses, including those belonging to Balaraba Yahaya, Aisha Yunusa, Zainab Muhammad, Usman Bello, and several others in the Kofar Mata area, were affected by the incidents. Muhammad Jibrin, a community leader in the Kofar Mata, reported that authorities have yet to take any action or response to the disaster. Up until now, the government has not done anything about it. But within our community, even before the building collapsed, the youth had come together to clear and sanitize the environment and remove all the garbage in our water channels. He's urging to the government to provide assistance to the community in the wake of the disaster, while appealing to local authorities to come to their aid. Idris Jubrin, Trust TV News, Kanu.
In business, the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited has withheld a sum of $262.6 million in taxes due to the Federal Inland Revenue. This is according to a report from a Federation Allocation Account Committee post-mortem subcommittee meeting held this August. Accordingly, the deducted $262.6 million is part of the Road Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme. The report noted that NNPCL made monthly deductions of $52.51 million from the amount due to FIRS for joint venture, JV gas, and the company income tax, the CIT, between February and June 2024. It stated that these deductions have been earmarked for the RITCs, a scheme designed to enable private companies to invest in critical road infrastructure and offset their tax liabilities. Recall, the NNPCL had asked the Nigerian government to pay a 2.6 trillion naira foreign exchange differential claim for fuel importation between August 2023 and June 2024. The development comes amid the controversy surrounding fuel subsidy payments, despite their removal in May last year. From the international scene, Niger's capital Niamey has been almost completely cut off from the rest of the country by rising floodwater following the heavy rains that have hit the Sahel region since June. The main routes out of the city, of about 1.5 million, are mostly underwater. At about 11,500 of its inhabitants have been affected by the disaster. Over the past 3 months, the rains have caused 217 deaths across the country and affected more than 350,000 people, according to the military-led authorities that took power in July 2023. Niamey, in the southwest of the country, was initially spared, but now canoes have replaced buses and delivery vans on the roads. Most transport companies have suspended their routes to the rest of Niger, along with the dilapidated dinges. The dinges has that charge about 500 CFA francs, a ride a little less than $1. Gendarme and military motorboats are helping to transport stranded residents. In sports, the Nigerian Football Federation has described the death of Heartland FC coach and former under-20 goalkeeper Christian Obi as shocking and sad. Heartland's media officer Olatunde Liadi confirmed the death of the gaffer in a statement on Saturday following a ghastly accident involving one of the team's bosses, which was on their way to Abakaliki, the Ebonyi state capital, for a pre-season tournament on Friday. NFF President Ibrahim Gusau said the federation is stunned and saddened by the reports of Obi's death and commiserated with the immediate family of the coach, his friends and relations, the Imo State Football Association and the Imo State government, owners of the Heartland Football Club. The former Nigerian Premier Football League side also paid tribute to their late coach, who guided them back to the top flight last season. Obi was a member of the Nigerian under-20 team that won the bronze at the 1985 FIFA World Youth Championship, now FIFA Under-20 World Cup, in the then Soviet Union, defeating the host nation in a penalty shootout in the third-place match after a scoreless regulation and extra time in Moscow. And with that, we have come to the end of News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for joining us.